Good morning. My name is Chapple, and I'm the Doshi Professor of Indic and Comparative Theology and the Director of the Master of Arts in Yoga Studies here at Loyola Marymount. So I want again to welcome you and preface our ongoing conversations about wellness with a little bit of talk about suffering, difficulty, disease. And I'm going to start in Bengali. Dehe, dehe, jano dukho, mon tumi, anando tako. There's an inevitability that we will experience dukkha, that we will experience some sort of disorder. And that's okay. That's part of being alive. It's part of why we are here. But as Dora Koons, a colleague of Annie Besant and the co-creator of Therapeutic Touch, told my wife and I some years ago, we aren't trying to heal everybody forevermore. Everybody goes through difficulty. Everybody goes through transition. But through these remarkable techniques of Ayurveda and of yoga, we're able to find a calm that transcends both the exuberance of when we're happy and the downside of when we're in darkness and in despair. And so much of what we've heard yesterday and that we will continue with today is about tools that we can employ, tools that we can share with others to make the lifestyle changes that move us away from that place of misery and into a place of a wizened calm. Now that may sound a little bit underwhelming, but I'll take wizened calm really any day. So wizened means that we've been, not a wizard, but we've been wizened, and calm would be the equanimity, the upeksha, the samatha that is at the core of why we do yoga. And this morning we're very happy to share with you Larry Payne and some of the people that teach for us in our various many programs. And yesterday I detailed a little bit of our history, and there's plenty of literature. But I wanted to particularly give Larry just a few minutes to set the climate, set the mood, as we move into our discussion of how we're doing the little bit of work that we can do here.
Thanks, Chris. Before I begin, a little bit of call and response. Ata. Yoga, Anushasanam, Atha, Yoga, Anushasanam, Atha, Yoga, Anushasanam. True story. Chris's wife, Maureen Chapple, had a back problem, and a well-known yoga teacher referred her to me. And so fortunately it worked out. And then she said, you know, you really got to meet my husband. And I said, you know, I know he is. He's been having these sutra classes at his house for all these years, and it's always on the night I'm teaching here. And I said, I would love to meet him. So we ran into each other at the Spectrum Health Club and sat down, and there was born the Yoga Therapy RX program. And like all things at LMU, you have to do a pilot study first. So Chris, we did a pilot study at my Samatha yoga studio for a year. And then we started with Yoga Therapy RX Level 1. That was 12 and a half years ago. And since that time, we've graduated something like 800 students. And today, at 12:30, I leave to go teach Level 1 at the first, the 13 semester. And it is, we have like 50 students in Level 1. So, you know, I think what makes our program unique is that in addition to giving people like a introductory to Ayurveda with such great teachers as Felicia, who's here, Tomasco, and Arun Deva, and his daughter's here too, our course is Yoga Therapy meets Integrative Medicine. Why would we do that? When these students graduate, think how many chiropractors are out there. 300,000. How many physical therapists? How many osteopaths? How many physiatrists? So what happens in our course, in addition to the yoga therapy and a little introduction to Ayurveda, they learn the language of the medical profession. And one of those, let me ask you a question. How many of you ever heard the term soap notes? Raise your hand. Good. How many have not heard that term? All right. That is the way the entire medical community communicates. So if you want to work with health professionals, you have to know something about it. Now, Lori Rubenstein, our clinical director, has come up with a unique format for our students to watch for our courses for the soap notes. But if you're curious about it, just go to the internet and put in soap notes, and then you'll learn something about it. Okay. So we're really proud that we have so many people that have graduated, and also these people that graduate from our course go on to take the other courses that are part of the International Association of Yoga Therapists credentials program. So now that the grandfathering is over, this course is in full swing. So in addition to our levels 1 through 4, they also need to take Chris's course on yoga, mindfulness, and social change. We have Felicia and Dr. Shiva Mohan, who just walked in, course on yoga, Ayurveda, and self-care, which is unique. And these are the steps people need to follow to make it to this IAYT credentials. How many have heard of the International Association of Yoga Therapists? Started 28 years ago. My friend Richard Miller and I started this 28 years ago, and we'll be having a 30-year celebration not too soon. Anyway, I just wanted to have a moment to talk to you about what we do. And how many of our graduates are in the course? If they're in the course, are in the room? Stand up. Stand up. Come on. Come on. Stand up. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Chris.